Talking Texas.
This is 13 Minutes to Magic Texas, an abbreviated limited series podcast about the TAOM, SAM, FISM, NACM combined convention on August the 30th through September the 2nd, 2024 in Arlington, Texas, which we call Magic Texas. Every 2 weeks we will post a new episode with new information, updates, and announcements about Magic Texas. And I'm the host, Scott Wells.
And I'm Dal Sanders, the president of the Texas Association of Magicians and co-producer of Magic Texas.
And I'm Mark Whitehouse. I'm the Society of American Magicians convention chairman and the other co-producer of Magic Texas.
My name is John Ornoy, and I am the producer and director of the feature documentary Lost in the Shuffle.
And I'm Sean Farquhar, magician and triskaidekaphobic. Yay!
You hate 13, and we're going to be here for 13 minutes. Hopefully, this will be lucky for you. And we have both John and Sean here to talk about Lost in the Shuffle, which will be a documentary film that we're going to be showing at Magic Texas, and you'll get a chance to see this when you attend.
This is, first of all, John and Sean, this is a brilliant film. I thank you for allowing Mark and I to see the preview. It's just so good. So very good.
It really is magic, mystery, history, and murder.
Yeah, the murder part. That's a good part. It's very good. I talked to Richard Turner after he watched the screening with his friends, and he said it's the best movie he's never seen.
You want to explain that for those people that don't know Richard?
Oh, if you don't know Richard, Richard is clinically blind and the best card mechanic in the entire world. And he's one of the subjects in the film. And his part is just brilliant. We flew to San Antonio, Texas, and spent time with him. And he's just a master of what he does. Well, all the people. I was freaked out. When John asked me about making a movie, he said, give me your hit list of, the tops. We'll start asking them. And when they say no, we'll move to your next group. And so I asked Michael Vincent, Richard Turner, Alexander Duvivier, and Juan Tamariz, and they all said yes. I don't know how, but they did.
Before we get too far into this, I think it's important, John, that you kind of give us an elevator speech so everybody kind of has an idea of a synopsis of what the film is about.
I am not a magician. I don't actually know any tricks, but I love magic. And I think it's an art form that really doesn't get its due generally. So this is my love letter to magic. I'm hoping that people, obviously your audience, don't need to convince them and tell them why magic is great and why being a world-class magician is so hard. But for everyone else out there, I'm hoping that they kind of walk away with a better appreciation of the skill and creativity and everything that goes into making a magic performance look so easy. I met Sean at one of his shows that he did here about 4.5 years ago now, and had a great time, and just emailed him after and asked him if I could buy him a beer. And it's been a birthday gift that just kind of kept on giving. So 4.5 years later, and here we are with a completed film.
And this film really is a documentary, which means that it has a beginning and an end, certainly from the standpoint that you're going on a quest, as I understand it then, Sean, correct me if I'm wrong, because again, I've not seen it, but I've seen the trailer in which that you're actually trying to find out who King Charlemagne was or who the kings were and that kind of a thing.
Sort of. It's more than that. John wanted to explore the relationship between magicians and playing cards. I wanted to explore why the designs appear on playing cards and who came up with the idea that the four kings were, Caesar, David, et cetera, Charlemagne, because I don't see that. And there's no real facts to go towards it. I found an interesting symbol when I was visiting a castle in Chateau in Amboise. And from that, it became this infatuation for me to research it. And so this film is me going about showing more research from what I started with, at the same time sharing it with magicians. And to top it off, on top of all this murder and the magic and meeting my friends, I asked each of them to give me plots that they were their favorite plots in magic. And I take all those plots, and during the film, I mesh them all together to create a brand new routine, which I then premiere at the end of the film, which not only is a cool routine, but actually talks about my theory on the murder, all held on the anniversary at the place where he died.
Now, when you refer to the murder and he dying, who are we referring to?
Oh, King of France.
The King of France. Okay.
King of France, Charles VIII. He was married to Anna Bertin, The suicide,
The King of Hearts.
King, not suicide. It's 100% murder.
They call it the Suicide King because it appears that he's stabbing his head with the sword, but you're saying it was actually a murder and not a suicide.
Absolutely. And originally it wasn't even a sword. It was originally an axe. And then it switched to being a sword over the years. And we go through all the designs. We go to museums. We go to card manufacturing plants. We get to see original wood plates. There's a moment in the film where I show a historian who spent his entire life with a deck of cards. I show him this anomaly in the printing and in the design. You can just see the look on his face going, my entire life I've looked at this and never saw that. It's really great.
Who else is in the film? You had mentioned Juan Tamariz and Rich Turner and a few others. Are they the main people who are in it, or are there some other ancillary figures or some other magicians?
There's lots of subjects. John went and found lots of researchers.
We have Michael Alexandra, Juan, and Richard. But then we went and visited a card museum in Turnhout, Belgium. So we got a lot of great stuff out of that. We visited a couple of key sites to our story in France. So in total, Sean and I hit 10 cities in 6 different countries, covering about 27,000 kilometers of travel. So it was a real adventure getting out there and actually getting everything on camera.
And a lot of it by car because there were strikes.
I know this was crowdfunded also, that you had gone out to try to solicit funds from the whole community. I'm sure that you got a good outpouring from the magic community for this film.
Yeah, it was pretty incredible. Sean, I think, had more confidence. I tried these things before and not had a lot of success. But we hit our funding target in 12 hours.
Wow.
We ended up about 280% of our original ask. It was fantastic. It's really heartwarming. And also we've now been able to start sharing the film with those crowdfunding backers. And we've gotten a lot of really nice responses from that community. So yeah, that was a really wonderful introduction.
The filming and the animation and just everything, it's so professional.
Thanks.
So tell me something about some of the places you're going to be showing this. I understand there's going to be a documentary festival or a Docs Fest that you're going to be having this appear soon?
Yeah, our world premiere is in just over a month at Hot Docs in Toronto, which is like the one of the top three doc festivals in the world, and we are a special presentation, so that's really wonderful. So if anyone's going to be in Toronto, April 29th at 5:15 and May 1st at 8:15 at the Lightbox Theater, Sean will be performing after the screening on the 29th. If anyone happens to be in Toronto, we'd certainly love to see you out.
I think, Dal, this is a great idea. You were the one to kind of put this together. How did that come about from your standpoint?
Well, Scott, it actually started with you. John and Sean reached out to you for the TAOM in Houston last year, and you weren't going to be able to fit it in. So you asked me if I was interested, and I called Mark, and Mark said, "Yeah, let's show the little preview. What was that? A 5-minute trailer?
We sent along a little sample scene."
Yeah, and Sean happened to be at our convention in New Orleans and talked about it a little bit, and then I was like a dog with a bone. I wasn't going to let this thing go. I kept for the past year I've been emailing Sean and saying, Sean, are we still in the running to show this at Magic Texas? Because Mark and I love doing films at our conventions. We've done several. When they redid the Houdini film, we showed that at, what was that, Philadelphia or which convention? I can't remember. But yeah. John, I'm sorry, Mark and I have enjoyed this for a long time. Sean and I have been friends since 1952 and forever. And just the whole idea of Sean talking about card magic, John, your editing and your putting together was brilliant. But Sean, I've got to tell you, the camera loves you. Your sincerity comes through, and it's just you're just fun to watch. I mean, you did that short thing for The World Needs Magic a couple of years ago, and it's still our number one most watched video. And just, you are so great to watch on film and in person too, of course. But, like I said, the camera loves you. It's just amazing.
I think that only works when I'm being authentic. I've seen me act, and I'm not very good at acting. If I'm authentic, I'm just fine, I guess.
When you were the
I
female
watched you
Ninja
act
Turtle,
riding a bicycle.
Yeah. Yeah. I look better as a Ninja Turtle than I do actually. I've tried acting a few times and all of it was really bad. John and I are now working on an idea for a television show, and we got to make it very authentic because I can't act. I've already figured that out.
so this film again will be shown. Again, it's going to be at the Magic Texas convention. And after that, where will people be able to access this? Is this something you're going to take to Netflix maybe, or will it be a DVD like next year in 2025 or something? Or
No, I'm working right now on a little kind of theatrical tour of the U.S. So the plan is to play 5 cities that would culminate with your event on the Labor Day weekend. So current plan is to have screenings in L.A., San Francisco, Chicago, New York, and Dallas. So we'll do a little kind of 2-week run where Sean and I will be traveling with the film. And so that'll be a lot of fun. And then the film will be available on VOD after that, beginning of September. Where exactly those channels will be, I'm not certain yet because we're still working on putting that together. But yeah, we're definitely looking forward to hitting the road and sharing this with everyone, and then making it available widely beginning of September this year.
so whenever people come to see this at Magic Texas, they're not going to be able to buy a copy of the DVD or to buy a video on demand.
At Magic Texas, basically, for people coming to other screenings, we'll have to wait, a week or so. But I think for Magic Texas, it'll probably be like within a day of seeing it there, you'll be able to buy it.
And you'll both be there to answer questions too, right?
Yeah, I'm excited by that. I like the idea of the Q&As in a film kind of situation because I know that people will have questions, and because it kind of goes against what you've seen in a deck of cards and everything we've been taught.
So are you going to perform the composite trick live? I mean, we'll see it on the film, but
That's a good question. Never thought about doing it at the event, but yeah, maybe. I love the routine, and it's great. It tells the story and encapsulates it, and it was gut-wrenching though, because I literally had less than 72 hours by the end to put together all the parts.
Al,
it was fun.
timing?
We have 13 more seconds.
Oh my God!
Well, there we are. Listen,
Good
you
place to
guys.
wrap up.
Thank you again very much. And I look forward to seeing this along with the rest of the registrants who are lucky to come to Magic Texas here this year. So make sure that you go to the website. And Mark, the website is?
MagicTexas.com.
There you go. And if you have any questions whatsoever, Dal, you can send an email to?
be@magictexas.com. That's be@magictexas.com, because we want everybody to be at Magic Texas.
There you go.
Oh, so good.
And lostintheshuffle.film if you want to learn more about the film.
And that was just going to wrap up with that then as well. Thank you all very much for being here. I want to thank our guest, John Ornoy, as well as Sean Farquhar, and of course, my pals, Dal Sanders and Mark Whitehouse. Until next time, bye-bye, y'all.